ஹாலிடேஸ்னாலே நம்ம GT ஹாலிடேஸ் தான். சவுத் இந்தியாஸ் #1 டிராவல் பிராண்ட். தலைசிறந்த திருமண நகைகளின் பிரத்யேக அணிவகுப்பு. ஸ்ரீகுமரன் தங்க மாளிகை. SNS Academy and International CBSE Fingerprint School, Kovai. Admission open. Link in description.
Hello and welcome to Galatta Plus. In this video review episode, we are going to be talking about Nelson Venkatesan's Farhana, where Aishwarya Rajesh gives a very good performance in the middle of a middling thriller. That's a short review, and the longer review follows. As always, there are going to be spoilers, so do watch at your own discretion. Now, with Oru Naal Kuthu, Nelson Venkatesan showed us that he could do drama. The film was a sobering look at modern-day marriage. His next film, the very entertaining Monster, was a total U-turn. It was a live-action cartoon about a man who battles a rat. With Farhana, the director proves that he really does not want to be slotted in any genre box. Broadly speaking, this is a thriller. But after a clumsily staged opening stretch, which also exaggerates a certain kind of danger that awaits free-spirited women, we land in a drama very much like Satyajit Ray's Mahanagar. A middle-class woman, that's Farhana, played by Aishwarya Rajesh, she takes up a job to ease the financial pressure on her family. In both films, that is Mahanagar and Farhana, the father-in-law disapproves, and in both films, the job is rather unconventional. In the 1960s, when women were meant to be homemakers, Ray's heroine stepped out and became a door-to-door saleswoman. In Farhana's case, the job is at a call center where she sex chats with men. The hitch is that she is a devout Muslim. The film does a fine job of bringing to life a patriarchal family that talks in a mix of Hindi and Tamil, and where Farhana is not allowed to even have a phone. She has to use a landline with a constant reminder that everyone around can hear her words. Nelson focuses on his heroine's face, her expressive eyes, and Aishwarya gives us everything from timidity to disgust to fear to controlled rage. Even when she's caught in a stretch that makes her seem like a detective in an action movie, we never lose sight of the conservative Farhana she was and the conservative Farhana that she will always be. Chitan Ramesh plays her understanding husband with a lot of goodness and grace. He may not be very happy that his wife has to support the family, but he doesn't feel emasculated either. Once the decision has been made, he supports her fully. He works in the failing family footwear store, and on Farhana's first day of work, he gets her a new pair of footwear. He attended the job interview with her and he saw the fancy footwear that everyone else was wearing. He does not want his wife to be found lacking in at least that department, the one department that is his specialty. The plotting is very convenient, from the way Farhana gets a contact who gets her a job and how she impresses her boss on her very first day at work, the way Farhana unknowingly finds herself in the sex chat center. That's also very unconvincing. Wouldn't someone tell her what the job actually is before she takes it up? There are also scenes like the ones where the cops land up at her home and shame her in front of everyone else. Again, very unconvincing, melodramatic. To make things palatable for audiences, a co-worker, very nicely played by Anumol, she's used to keep underlining the fact that Farhana cannot digest this kind of job. But Nelson is much better at writing characters than plot, and the film really begins to bloom when Farhana begins talking to a lonely man with the kind of poetic streak you'd find in a Miskin movie. You probably know the special guest star who plays this part. Farhana and her husband talk only about practical things affecting the family, and for the first time, she finds a friend who liberates the trapped soul inside her. She's able to speak out her innermost thoughts. To keep Farhana pure in our eyes, we never see or hear the other men she talks to, and very refreshingly, these men are not painted as creeps but simply as people with needs they cannot express verbally to others. Around the midway mark, the film turns into a version of Fatal Attraction, with a spurned woman being replaced by a spurned man. Farhana now faces a psycho stalker, and while Justin Prabhakaran's super fun techno score keeps amping up the scenes, the plot itself takes way too long to move. It inches ahead, and except for a tense pre-interval stretch, we never get to that nail-biting zone that we expect from a thriller. There's too much talk, and the psycho stalker does not come across as a menacing figure at all. But again, the bits of character writing are good, like the scene in the metro where Farhana is comforted by other women. We sense a sisterhood, and Aishwarya Rajesh makes us invest fully in her character, a woman who is almost punished for doing something against her religion. Flaws and all, I look forward to the genre Nelson Venkatesan picks up next. That's it about Farhana. If you like this video review, do subscribe to Galatta Plus and see you soon at the movies.
ஹாலிடேஸ்னாலே நம்ம GT ஹாலிடேஸ் தான். சவுத் இந்தியாஸ் #1 டிராவல் பிராண்ட். தலைசிறந்த திருமண நகைகளின் பிரத்யேக அணிவகுப்பு. ஸ்ரீகுமரன் தங்க மாளிகை. SNS Academy and International CBSE Fingerprint School, Kovai. Admission open. Link in description.